Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is a story that takes place in the Star Wars universe from beginning to end, but only feels like a Star Wars movie for the last third of it. It is extremely funny to see how people are reacting to this movie. First, we saw a wave of excitement. Very happy people calling it an excellent film, saying it is better than episode 7, even saying it is better than episode 4, 5 and 6. Idiots. Then, after the first weekend had passed, we started to see some critics rising. Whether it is because a few brave people started to point out the flaws, therefore opening the door for other critics to pour in, or maybe it is simply because people who are not as emotionally attached to Star Wars needed that time to see the movie. Either way, the result is the same. This movie is by far not perfect, but it also faced and vanquished many challenges. My personal biggest problem with it was the lack of new characters development. I loved seeing an original story instead of a rehash of A New Hope.
And this is Starkiller Base.
So it's big.
But not properly establishing your new character kind of takes a lot out of it. We saw it done brilliantly in episode 7. Rey, Finn and Kylo Ren were so much better introduced than any of the Rogue One protagonists. I don't care how cool the action pieces look. If you don't make me give a shit about the character leaving this action, then I don't give a shit about anything that is happening. The setup, aka the first part of the movie, sucked. I think this might be the reason why I enjoyed this movie a lot more on the second viewing. Because the second time around, I actually knew more about these characters from having seen the movie in its entirety. The second half of this film reveals more about its protagonist than the part that is supposed to accomplish that. Seeing our heroes struggle and ultimately sacrifice themselves are the kind of action that made me care for them.
Forgery of imperial documents, possession of stolen property, aggravated assault.
Don't tell me what Jane's crimes are at the beginning. Maybe show me a short scene that reveals more about her. Kind of like the scene with Cassian. Except if the poster tells me anything, he isn't supposed to be the main protagonist. She is. I mean, holy fuck, her head is like 10 times bigger than everyone else's. Nah, let's nitpick the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
You are not Quentin Tarantino, and you are not filming gorgeous exterior winter panoramas. This is a visual effect heavy movie, so shooting in 70mm, not the best call. Models are great, and we should use them more. But that was Lego movie level of effect. I love the at reveal. Those things were the terror of my childhood. And this shot of that one at coming out of the smoke for a brief instant before disappearing again brought back the nightmares. I did, unlike a lot of people, like most of the fan service. For instance, I really didn't mind having that one quick shot of R2-D2 and C-3PO. They were, after all, amongst the rebellion at that point in time. And along that same line, I did like the last Darth Vader scene. It fits in well if you look at the movie as part of something bigger and not just as a standalone film. I, however, did not care much for the first Darth Vader scene. It felt out of place. Yes, even with that super cool shadow reveal. There was not much reason for, what's-his-face, to go see Vader on that planet to basically just bitch about not getting enough credit for his work on the Death Star. It was a team effort, you piece of shit. Quit whining or I'll choke you to death myself.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I liked how Darth Vader's ship came out of hyperspace as the rebel ships tried to escape, smashing a few in the process. I get that Forrest Whitaker's character was in one of the animated series, but his characters in this particular film was a little pointless and very boring. When he died, I was like, meh, whatever. Love the way the Star Destroyers are used to destroy the gate. did not like that the Rogue One crew basically went ahead with their mission without having much of a plan. I get that they would have to improvise, like when the power goes out and they have to climb the vault to get to the planes. But that whole sort of plan they talked about after landing on the planet, they could have talked it over while in hyperspace. Just saying. I liked it when the thrusters of the Imperial shuttle taking off blew Jane backwards. This kind of realistic greediness was great. At the end of the day, this is an imperfect movie in which you can find, no matter who you are, something you will like. And when you take into account the extremely high level of expectations attached to any Star Wars project, they did alright.